This is Trailblazers Leagues, a temporary game mode where we complete tasks to unlock new areas, gain points to unlock powerful game-altering relics, all for the ultimate end goal of Dragon Cup. This is my journey. At the end of last episode, which was probably a day for you, it's been about 5 minutes for me, and I'm going to go ahead and take 10,000 of these Loganova seeds. Because there's something kind of interesting here. Supposedly, the Tides fruit grows right away, so it's super quick. And on top of that, we have the ability to buy herb boxes here. And herb boxes here are pretty cool in the fact that they can give me Renars. And one of my big problems right now is I don't have any Renar seeds, so I don't have any prey pots, so I can't do any like stretch content like going for a fire cape. So I think what I want to try to do is get enough Renars to get myself up there, and then get my prayer up to 44 and try to knock out a fire cape, because that's going to be a lot of points, and it also gives me access to Mol Ulrex, where I can do a lot of interesting things. But all we got to do is open the farm door, puts us in an instance, and I think all we need to do is just plant the Loganova seed. It's already built, and then we're able to harvest it right away. That is crazy. This is so dumb. All right, I think it's been like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, and I am up to what I think is going to be the limit. I think I did the math where if I put 480 in, I get very close to the 1,000 point limit. But let's see these XP drops. I think it's going to be about 500k for each 100. Yeah, 416k, 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 and then the final one is 306k. So I got to 90. I can grow redwoods, and I got up to 91. But we have 927 points with 80 left over. That'll tick over next time. But let's go ahead and buy all the rewards from Tithe. We'll buy the farmer's boot. We'll buy the farmer's leg, the farmer's jacket, farmer's straw hat, and the seed box. So I got a hard task there and a medium task there. And then I'm also, at the same time, I'm going to spend the rest of my points on herb boxes. I picked up 9 herb boxes right there. And you get 10 herbs each time. And now we can look in the bank, search up grimy, and these are all the grimy herbs I have. From 10 herb boxes, 8 quarms, 9 avantos, 2 dwarf weeds, 25 guams. I got 11 renars, so that's good. I think I might do one more session of this just to get up to another 1,000 points by 30 herb boxes. Then I'll be solid. And it's time to turn in another set. I got myself 480 more points, which got me, or 480 more fruit, which got me to 805 points, and now 94 farming. That's kind of funny. At this point, farming is my best rank. But we're going to go ahead and buy as many herb boxes as we can. Bank all of them. And buy a couple more. And we'll see what the damage is on the grimy herbs. Looks like we're probably going to have a lot, and this is going to boost us up the early herb lore levels and get us the type of potions that we want for early stretch content like a fire cape. This is pretty good. I even got dwarf weeds. Like, that's raging potions. I don't think my herb lore level will get high enough, but if I can, that'll really help out. Oh, that was the task to clean Avanto. That's sweet. There is a task for 30 prayer potions. Very nice to get, and I think we're actually going to have a lot more prayer potions than I thought I was going to have. Just by this whole process. It's insane how good it is. It changes everything. I got myself 67 3-dose prayer potions, and I also got myself the level 4 Wine of Zamrax, and that means that I can actually potentially make ranging potions. I just need to get some Wine of Zamrax, which I think I can easily get from Tithe with the grapes and Bolonga Blessing. Let's go, I got a palm seed. That's huge. I got myself the Cilia Sept cap, so that means I can turn back on the ability to get fossils. Just AFKing while I'm editing, got the 75 magic logs. It's a hard task. It's probably not worth it on a time basis, but it's a really good AFK task for me to get done. It's probably a little bit framey because I am rendering the previous video right now, but I got myself up to 40 strength and swapped over to attack because attack will be good for tasks in the future for equipping items, but we also got ourselves up to base 20s, and pretty much every skill except for runecrafting and prayer are now above 20. And they're all the way up to 40. So I have a little bit of a, not secret tech, but I think what's going to be a smart idea to get my prayer up into the 40s and get access to these very valuable protection prayers. I finished off both the Kurend and Kebos diary and the Karamja diary, which will help boost me up. And to claim the Karamja diary, I think we just talked to Pirate Jackie the Fruit. We also got an antique lamp here. And I'm going to put both of these in here for 1,000 prayer experience. And then put this in here for 30,000 prayer experience. And that got me up to a level 43, which allows me to use the Protect from Melee prayer. That's another 2 task completes. I still do want 44 prayer, and actually probably higher prayer just so I have more prayer pots. And I'm going to do that by going to Soul Wars. I ended up doing a Soul Wars, and we won the game, which means I believe, I got 215 zeal there. And I can trade with Nomad. And if I put in, let's try 10 tokens with prayer. How much experience did I gain there? I gained enough to get up to 44. But the main thing I want here is I want to buy 6 crates because there's a good chance of getting a runite bolts in these crates. Got rune arrows, I got pure S, got soul runes, got addy arrows, and I got adamant bolts. All right. So I didn't get runite bolts, so I'm going to go into the game again and see if I can pick up runite bolts. I got 245 zeal for that game. I'm now up to 260. Hopefully Nomad here is going to give me the runite bolts. Select Spoils of War, and we're going to buy, I can buy up to 8, so there should be a good chance of getting the runite bolts here. Oh, I got a Renar seed, that'll be nice. I got another tooth half so I can make the crystal key. Got a second Renar seed. And there's the runite bolt, so that's 200 runite bolts. That's why we were here. And I got 23 rubies at the end. I might as well spend the rest of my 20 zeal on prayer. You know, it's 840. That'll be multiplied by 16 times. So I'll get 10k experience there. And I can now use Retribution. But once I unlock Esgarnia, I'm going to have unlimited prayer experience from pest control. So I am not worried in the slightest. Purchasing my onyx bolts here from the shop. It shouldn't be too bad to get 200 of them, and we have the fletching level to already make them, so I can turn them into onyx bolts, and then eventually I can turn them into onyx bolts Z. That is level 83 magic, and I'm gonna stop right here because I can actually get a +4 boost from being able to make a magic potion. To make a magic potion, I need to get my herb lore level up to 64 instead of the 62 it is right now. So I'm going to go do a couple more herb boxes. It should only be like 100 tithe fruit, and that should be enough. All right, I got 300 fruit, which should be enough points. Yeah, I got 526 points, and now I'm up to level 95 farming. The actual XP per hour on this is about 11 million XP per hour, if you want to think of it that way. But for me, I'll have other ways of training farming. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy 10. I'll buy 5 more. I want to leave some points left over because I'm going to buy 12 grape seeds. Oh, I can't do this yet because I don't have a Zami item to show to the person. Cleaning the herbs wasn't enough, but the Guaman attack potions and super attack potions was definitely enough. I got 64 herb lore, means I can boost up to 76, and I think I do have some Lantidimes. Yeah, I'll take 5, 5, and then make those into unfinished. And if I have cactus, I don't currently have any cactus, but it's very easy for me to get that in the desert, so I'll be able to make the magic potions there. But I do want to try the 5 hard clue scrolls to see if I can pick one of these up. And if I can, then maybe I can get a Zammy item. Unfortunately, I was only able to complete the 2 of the clues as I had to drop back-to-back steps there. But maybe we can pick up a Zammy item. We got red d'hide chaps. We got I got 6 uniques in 6 clues. That's crazy. What the fuck? That is crazy. Unfortunately, I didn't get a thing, but I did get a bonus casket there too. And then in the second one, I got Zammy plate legs. All right, that's a Zammy item. I got a rune heraldic shield, and I got Gothic sea hide, and I got a bonus reward hard casket. That's crazy. Another bonus reward. I got that. Holy shit! I have so much shit. Put all my clue items in here. I also got a black d'hide body, which is a buff. I also got an armadillo coif, which is a buff. That is just crazy stuff right there. I keep getting bonus caskets. I don't think that's a thing. I think I might stop opening it very soon. That's a dual psi, purple sweets. If it goes to 10, I'm gonna stop. Okay, it ended up using the clue eventually, so I don't think it's a bug. I had 2 hard clues, and I got 18 collection log slots, including 20 unique items. That is a crazy amount of tasks and a crazy amount of points. Big upgrades from the clues. I got the armadillo coif, I got the Guthix d'hide boots, I also got the black d'hide body, and I can also put on a magic shield I had, bringing my magic attack bonus up to 158. So once you get the Zammy item, you can talk to Beloga over here. And I think you're able to talk to her about Zamrak, and she'll, can you help me make Zamrak wine? I didn't know I needed 50 prayer. I guess I'll go complete a medium diary. That should be enough. Finished the easy Varric diary, another medium task. I also got a task for crafting any rune, as that was the first time I did that when I made the earth rune. And look at this, I'm already at, what is it, 25 tasks to go for the next region, and I haven't even been focusing on it. I've just been trying to get prepared for this fire cape. This will get us to 49, I think. Yeah, 49 prayer. We're just short of it, but I did pick up a singular ensouled head on my journey. And now I think it's a depth reanimation on this ensouled head. And I think it's going to give me like 8,000 prayer experience. Like, ensouled heads are going to be really good. Yeah, 7,800 experience, and I got level 50, which allows me to bless those Bolonga blessings. So we're going to teleport to the Hasidius Vinery. So I now have the ability to purchase Bolonga blessings here. 1 point gets us 20 of them. I'll just buy 200 for now. Maybe 400. Immediately grown. I can check the health and then pick the grapes. And I got 46 grapes from a single one. So yeah, I think I'm... Oh, it only uses 1/3 of the blessing. Like, it triples it after doing the blessing check. So I got 48, but it only used 16 blessings. So those 400 will probably last me the entire league. I made all the wines without messing up. So in like 15 seconds, we're going to get a massive XP drop. It's going to be crazy. All these wines are going to turn, and it's like 12 times experience. So this will be like 1.2 million XP drop. Look at that. I got 19 ranging potions 3. I'm very happy about that. That's going to help out definitely in the fight caves. That is 1,500 total. A hard task completed from this birdhouse run. I'm up to 9,200 points, but the big point about 1,500 total is that my last recall now has a 1-minute cooldown, making it that much more effective. That is the end of the Spring Garden. I decided to do a little bit of a detour because all my friends here are doing the run-through of all the Squirks, and it's Squirkin's fun when you're doing it together. We could all just kind of hang out in Discord and do it together, and there's a bunch of tasks associated with it. We look at the task list and we just look at Squirk. I already did the pick a winter and turn in a winter. There's the same for spring, and then turning in 10 spring juices, 25 autumn juices, and then 50 summer juices. So we're going to go ahead and do all that. And every time that we're done a scorking session, we can turn them into Osmond and get a bunch of experience. I got 162,000 experience there, which is going to get me up to 57 thieving. That's pretty good. And it was a medium task, so that's another one knocked out. And this is going to get me that much closer to both the tier 7 relic and the next area. All right, this is going to be the last pull at the spring garden. And I'm happy to be done, or I guess the autumn garden. This is the probably the longest part of the grind, because you have to get 75 total fruits, and there's no like one-tick auto-click perfection like you have with the summer garden. But when you are turning in this task, make sure that you have all the squirk in your inventory, because you need to do it all at once. If you do 14 and then you do the next 11, it will not count. And then you have to redo the whole task again. Like, this is messing this up is like League's Ruiner. So just to check, I have 25 in my inventory. I got 20 there, and then I got another 5. And we will use them on Osmond, and we're going to get a big XP drop here. We got 700k experience and a hard task to turn in 25 autumn scorch juices. And that brought me up to level 72 thieving. And now all that's left is the last squirk task, which is turning in, or first off, picking a summer squirk, which is 80 points, and then 200 points for turning in 50 summer squirks. All right, this is going to be our last run through of the squirk juice. I'm so happy to be done squirking. I did hang out with some buddies, and I had a lot of fun getting it done, but by the end of it, I was like, you know what? I don't need to be here anymore. But this will be a 100 summer squirk juice picked, which I've turned into 25 of the juices, or 50 of the juices, and we can turn these into Osmond. Unlike the other tasks, you can turn these in bulk. It says in the task here, turn in 50 summer squirk juices, while in the other ones, it says like in one go. I don't know why they did that. Why didn't they just make it all at once? Kind of dumb that you can like put 9 into them and then like it's like you haven't started the task. But anyway, there is 900k experience, and we'll get the other 25 to get another 900k experience. And I think this next turn in is going to get us to like 84, 83. That is an elite task done, and we got to 83 thieving. Now that we have a higher thieving level, there's a lot of tasks available to us, like the gem. There is also the ability to do pyramid plunder. Like if you look at pyramid plunder, there's a task for every single room, and also for doing the top room. But what we're going to start at first is actually the artifact task. We need to steal 30 of these in total, and that will that should give us a good amount of thieving. I think it'll give us like 1.5 to 1.6, maybe get us somewhere between like 87 to 88 thieving, and then we can go from there and start knocking off some tasks. I think with this thieving detour, we might actually hit the next area before even doing the fire cape. Maybe the fire cape's the last thing I do before the new area. Got the 30 artifact tasks done. That brings us crazy 12 tasks away from the next region. Almost up above 10,000 points, but it's time to go through the rest of the thieving tasks. And there does, in fact, happen to be a gem stall in Karen Castle that we can steal from, earning us 80 points. On top of that, master farmers have a relatively good chance of dropping Renars, and now our fail rate is really low. It is still a trickster moment because we don't have 100%, but we're going to pickpocket the master farmer until we get up to a Renar seed, I think. Complain and you get it. Double drop rate on the Renar seed, right as I mentioned that. Get it, and I now got another medium task, bringing me down to 10 left to go. So I made a big mistake, and I forgot to record the triumphant moment. I went through all of Pyramid Plunder. I went to Sophinim, took a carpet ride. Those were my last 10 tasks, and that unlocked me my final area, which, as you can see where I am, is Asgarnia. Asgarnia has Godwar's Dungeon. It has a lot of good end game content I really want to do next with friends. That was my big motivation for taking Asgarnia. But we're going to start off by making an Onyx bracelet in this furnace, drinking a magic potion, and enchanting this to make a regen bracelet. This is going to be our best in slot. Not only does it double our regen, but it's going to have pretty good ranged attack bonuses. Maybe it's going to be good until we get the Zerai Van braces, is how I feel it. Maybe some Blessed Hide will be better. I'll go over everything Asgarnia gives us as it comes up. But the very first thing I'm going to go is I'm going to go to Pest Control and do some medium games just to get my prayer level up a little bit, make my prayer pots go a little bit farther in the fight cave. Now that I have Asgarnia and I've put off this Fire Cape this much, there's no reason not to just go get some prayer experience. Very quick first game. That got us 20 points. And I think 20 points will be able to be turned into, at my level, 17k prayer experience. So I'll probably go 2, 4, or 5 games, get up to 100 points, and see how that goes. All right, I ended up getting 200 total points. And we're going to purchase some prayer experience to start off. If you exchange 100 at a time, you get like some bonuses. So we'll do that, plus 10% experience. Got 95k prayer experience, very nice, up to level 56. And I'm 300 experience away, so maybe like I'll find some bones to burn to get another level. But I also wanted to get my attack up, because once I hit level 60 attack, I can wield a whole bunch of shit to get points. So we will confirm that, and I gained up to level 63 attack. If I get up to the hard diary, I get 3 extra pest control points per game, which will get multiplied by the multiplier, so it's a lot better. We enter into the Vault of Shadows. We can talk to the mysterious bandit, and we can purchase the ring. Oh, we got it for free. But it's +2 prayer, +2 melee strength, +4 in all accuracies, and +5 magic defense. That's going to be our best in slot ring, I think, until the Brimstone ring. Then at that point, that'll take over as our best in slot. All right, got myself my setup for the fight caves. Got my best in slot range gear on. I think the only thing I could probably get better is black D-hide legs, but we'll get those eventually. I guess I could go kill black dragons for it, but it's not too big of a deal. On top of that, I have diamond bolts and onyx bolts. Diamond bolts for main camping, and then onyx bolts for when I need heals. So I think it shouldn't be too bad. We're just going to wait for it to tick over to the next minute, because that'll be rotation 5, which is a rotation I'm very comfortable with. But let's start the fire cave. Okay, the healers are dead. That should be it solved, assuming I didn't miss that flick there because I was talking. That should be a Jad complete. I didn't mess it up. The Ruby bolts go hard. I got my Fight Caves veteran task. And we got ourselves a nice little fire cape, which we can equip here, not only for elite task in the Kromja area, but also a elite task in general. With the fire cape, we're able to go into Mol Ulrek, which is the inner city of the Tazar. If you look in here, all these borders, everything beyond it is locked off, and there's a lot of stuff in here like a mining shop, a pickaxe shop. There's also a weapon shop here. So a lot of good things that we don't get otherwise. I ended up using a total of 3 sharks and 4 prayer potions. I didn't use Eagle Eye throughout because I was worried about prayer uses, but maybe I could have used it a little bit more. But once we pass the hot vent door once, we should have it unlimited. So we're now in the inner city of Mol Ulrek. And funnily enough, the fire cape is kind of good for us. It provides +1 ranged accuracy, but honestly, I'd rather have the +2 prayer bonus from a skill cape, or I'm going to get rid of the fire cape by sacrificing it to the Inferno, as that is another elite task. And if I really need another fire cape, I can always go back and do a second Jad run. So I will use it on this guy, and I can sacrifice the fire cape, and that gives us another elite task to sacrifice the fire cape to access the Inferno, getting us 400 more points from the two of those. And we're not done yet. I need to grab the toggle from the bank, and we can do a little bit more. So I can equip a full set of obsidian. That is a hard task. I can equip a Toxic Xil, Xil Ek, and Xil Ak. That is 4 hard tasks completed right there. But I don't actually think I need to keep any of this. Well, I'm going to keep the first 4 items. So I can sell back the Xil Ak, the Xil Ek, and I'll get a little bit of toggle back. Not that it really matters, because I functionally have unlimited toggle. And that unlimited toggle is going to come in very clutch at the shop counter here. If we trade with Tazar her run, you can see his stock. His shop stock is a little bit bigger in here. First off, he sells Mithril, Addy, and Rune. So if I want to actually bank any of those ores, I can for training. But they do cost a lot of toggle, so it will take a lot of Chaos Runes. On top of that, he also stocks a bunch of sapphires, rubies, and diamonds. Normally, we could have just only done it with emeralds, so this will be really good for ruby bolts E and diamond bolts E that I want to make. I don't think it's actually viable for training. I think it's better to just purchase emeralds, because if we value the emeralds, they are 65 toggle each. But it just makes it easier to bank it, because I can just buy 50 of them in a single click instead of, or I could buy 12 of them in a single click instead of having to worry about that. So I can just click and I get 12 emeralds per click instead of having to worry about getting 1 emerald per click. But I still think I'm going to be actually doing the cutting of the emeralds, because that is the most efficient. Went on a bit of a shopping spree, spending the majority of my Chaos Rune stack to get 3k coal, 1200 iron ore, and 10,000 uncut emeralds. I think this is just good to get surpluses of everything. I don't think I'm going to rely on the Runite ore in there for training. It's just too expensive. How much was it? The Runite ore was 4,000 toggle each, but like if I need to get like 10 bars to complete a task or 100 bars to complete a task, then that's going to be perfect. But I have 180 mithril ores. I think that's probably going to be enough for what I need to get done task-wise. Anyway, with the fire cape obtained and sacrificed as Garnia unlocked, time to end the episode. I had a great day today, and I'm going to be grinding out some more tasks in the morning. Take care.